Hi, this is Sherman Crancer, Senior Partner Development Manager for Microsoft, and welcome to the panel, Strategies from the Titans of Sales and Industry. Hey, so today we've got a great guest. John Fry from ConnectWise is in studio today, and we're going to be talking about a lot of great things that I think Microsoft partners are really going to be interested in hearing about. It really is all about, creating operational efficiencies within your business to increase overall revenue, right? To decrease, this ancillary spend on things that you probably don't need to do. So with that, John, could you possibly just, quickly introduce yourself, in your role at ConnectWise?
Yeah, thank you, Sherman. John Fry, Business Development Director at ConnectWise. My main goal is to work with our prospects and partners and really help them realize the operational efficiencies that can be brought to the table using the ConnectWise platform. And certainly with our thought leadership as well, something that we've been really striving to get the message out, including to all the Microsoft ecosystem as well.
Wow, hey, thanks so much for that, really. So, our first section here is the growth section that we want to kind of talk about. And this is what we're going to be covering. And I think the very first question for you is, partners have a lot of struggles, right? When they're growing their business, right? They do. And my first question is, what are the major pain points that you see, with partners that are looking to grow their business?
There's quite a few, right? But one of the main ones is really the ability to scale. The people, the processes they have in place right now, a lot of times becomes barriers to entry into other growth markets, other ways to get other mind share within their customer base. So having the proper processes and tools in place really make a huge difference, and those are the sort of things we really try to focus on.
Oh, good. So, what do you think are, like, if you're to back up a little bit and think, okay, let's classify, partners, right? The ones that are struggling, the ones that are really successful. What are your thoughts on that? What are the successful partners doing to really grow?
They've really taken the time to identify other revenue streams, right? They're looking at things like managed security. They're looking at things like physical security, cloud services, and they've identified that in order to reach those heights, in order to get more sticky with their clients, they need to have the proper processes and tools in place in order to really get out of their comfort zone, get out of the status quo. You might have been in business for quite some time and you think everything is going great, but when you take the time to kind of zoom out, look at the business, look at the way you're running things, it's easy to identify that there's a lot of opportunities to really streamline what you're doing. And ultimately, when you get to that point, it puts you in an area where you're delivering on the service that you're talking about with your prospects and with your customers.
We were just talking actually in the green room before this, and I thought it was really interesting. We were talking about a different industry, right? You're talking to their partners, not necessarily in IT, but different industry, and one of the thoughts was, they're all over the place, a lot of them. And that's fair. It's fair. A lot of businesses are when they're starting out. I don't know. So let's just break down ConnectWise and the tool, because I think that's important too, right? Okay, what is it doing? What is ConnectWise going to do for somebody? Why would a partner, want to bring in this tool?
No, absolutely. So when you take the time to have that conversation with any sort of technology service provider, you quickly learn that they tend to live in what we call silos of chaos. So they might have an application here that tracks their time. They might have something here that allows for project management, so on and so forth. All these different things they have, they're not connected, and they don't allow for information to flow between their process and their people. So really, ConnectWise platform is all about unifying and simplifying all the different tech teams that you have within your technology service provider in business, whether that's someone in sales or someone that's in service, operations, front office, etc. everyone is on the same page using the same platform, and all the dots are connected and all the information flows accordingly.
Great, so accounting, customer relationship management.
Yes.
CRM, right? Accounting, I guess billing's part of accounting. Service tickets, tickets, right?
Absolutely.
Issues that come in that they need to dispatch a person, right to it. But it's like, would you agree that it's like the brains? Like
it really is the brains. It's really how you survive as a business. It's where everybody goes to get the right information. People aren't searching through emails. They're not going to other databases. Everyone's going to one spot to get all that information. And it really, amongst other things, provides accountability within the business, because there's a flow between the point where maybe you start with marketing to you quote, all the service aspects in between, your billing, your invoicing. Everyone's on the same page and information is available, especially at the ownership level, where you get insights through business intelligence to really make educated decisions about where you're at as a business today, and maybe more importantly where you need to be in maybe several years from now.
Wow, that is really fantastic, and I think that's a good way to encapsulate what really ConnectWise is going to bring the value of it. Well, let me ask you this: so, what type of new market opportunities do you think that exist out there, for partners looking to expand into other technologies?
Absolutely, and there are obviously quite a few. In particular, I think some of the more advantageous ones to take a look at would be managed security and cloud services. So when we talk about cloud services, Sherman, you probably agree, we're probably in a cloud-first world, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's start to take advantage of that, and especially the way Microsoft has offered, the programs for Office 365, Azure. It's advantageous to take a look at those programs, and really you're leaving a lot of money on the table if you don't take advantage of them, okay? When we look at managed security, obviously it's top of mind pretty much at every level, especially the end user level. They're seeing all the headlines, they're seeing cyber attacks, there's a lot going on in that space. So there's a way to actually take a look at some of the easier barriers of entry, maybe penetration testing, end user education. There's a lot of ways to provide a value in terms of those areas and get into it and really get up and running quickly.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, man, this has been good, because we've kind of talked about the growth portion of our engagement here, and one of the things I love is the silos of chaos.
It resonates.
I don't know if you coined that term, but I'm going to use it again.
I'm not going to take credit for it. It's been around a while, but regardless of the conversation you have, especially when you're talking to someone that might not know about ConnectWise, they just get it. Because they might not understand what you do, but if you just describe their world, they appreciate that and they identify with it. And then it just opens up the conversation to really, take it to a next step, take it to another level. Let's get this conversation flowing.
Wow, yeah, that's great. And last thing, I'll impart this, if you're a growing partner, if you're a partner out there that has started a business maybe and done pretty well, or starting out, or even if you're a mature business, a mature partner, you need to have a tool. You need to have the brains behind it. It is going to reduce the time spent on chasing several different disparate systems, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be able to do a lot of those things. So you have to have something like this if you want to grow, if you want to reduce the headaches of day-to-day management operations. And I was a partner too, so I understand how that feels. Anyways, hey, thanks, John, really so much for coming in today. Really do appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Sherman. This has been awesome.
All right, well, we'll talk to you soon on the next second. Have a good day. Bye-bye.